Hey guys, it's me, Seren, back with another video. Um, I know this has been a really super intense week with the shooting of the protesters at the Jamar Clark rally and the release of the footage of Laquan McDonald's murder, and it's just been a lot going on. I know a lot of people are really not in, the holiday spirit. I'm not really in the holiday spirit. You guys know I've been finding it hard to get into any kind of cheerful spirit, and I've also been kind of having my own little existential crisis over the fact that the vast majority of these holidays that we celebrate, like Thanksgiving, are, colonial glorifications of white supremacy. So it's been a tough week. It's been a tough week. Oh, and if you haven't seen my alternative holidays video, please check that out. But it's been a tough week. But with that being said, today is Black Friday. It's the biggest shopping day of the year. And ever since last year, and the death of Mike Brown, a lot of people have been organizing Black Friday boycotts, encouraging Black people to take our $1.1 trillion of spending power and pull it out of the economy. And actually, last year's Black Friday boycott was the inspiration for my Black Friday series, which you guys know, the last Friday of every month, I showcase a Black-owned business. And the reasoning behind me starting this series was I thought, instead of doing it just one day a year on Black Friday, why not do it all year round? Why not engage in some cooperative economics, which you guys know is really like the cornerstone of a lot of the things that I talk about. Supporting Black-owned businesses and, fixing the broken school system are my two big things for me personally. So it is the last Friday of the month. So I would ordinarily do a video highlighting a Black-owned business, but since it's the official tissue Black Friday, is the day after Thanksgiving. Me and my husband were really trying to think of a new name, because even saying Thanksgiving makes me feel icky. Turkey Day, Day of Atonement, Day of Mourning. It is Black Friday, the day after that day that we celebrate a genocide. So today I'm bringing you a full-blown Black-owned gift guide for the 2015 holiday, Christmas, Kwanzaa, alternative holiday season. So if you're looking for a gift for yourself, hopefully you can find something here that you like. If you're looking for gift ideas for others, I've split this guide into 7 categories: the homebody, the foodie, the beauty guru, the fashionista, the bookworms, the kids, the men, and a partridge in a pear tree. And of course, you can mix and match for the people in your life. These are just rough guidelines. Of course, you don't have to stick to them. They're just guidelines to break it up, to make it a little easier. And of course, if you don't see anything you like with the items that I've listed, please check out the websites yourself and see if you can find something, that's a better fit for you. This is really just kind of meant to be, a springboard, a starting off point for you to kind of get into the world of Black-owned businesses, diagon alley of Black-owned businesses. So I also have some really fun holiday card and gift wrap ideas that will be coming towards the end of the video. And for anyone that wants to know, my shirt says, "I support Black everything." Hopefully you guys can see it. It's by Arantes Stefan. So I will also include a link for this shirt in case anyone's interested in this shirt. You guys know I love my t-shirts. Anyone that watches Bees Bake, you guys know I love my t-shirts. So yeah, every item on this list is Black-owned and under $100, with the exception of the handbags, shoes, and watches, because handbags, shoes, and watches are expensive. But please don't feel like I'm encouraging you to spend up all your money on things that you can't afford, because I'm not. This is just, like I said, a rough, guide, an estimate, a springboard for you to kind of discover some new businesses and, get some ideas of what's out there. This video is probably going to be really long, so you might as well just settle in, and let's get to it. So first is the homebody. These will probably be ideal gifts for someone that loves being at home and improving their space. I'm a bit of a homebody. I love chilling at home, and I'm always constantly on the lookout for things that I can put in my home to make it feel more cozy and more homey. I really love the company Harlem Heirloom. It's owned by Jamie, who's the same guy that runs Harlem Soap. which was one of my first ever Black Friday features. And Jamie has tons of amazing products on his home goods site, like awesome quote pillows and this really, really cool wool throw blanket that I am definitely considering buying for my mom because she likes that kind of thing. She loves, blankets and throws on her couch. They also have some really cute stocking stuffers for like $10, $12, like a terracotta heart dish for jewelry, or this super, super cool resin fossil stand, which I'm also considering getting for my little space back there, my little table, which I'm sure you guys have seen. I would definitely describe Harlem Heirloom as kind of that cool, hip, kind of like Urban Outfitters aesthetic, minus the Urban Outfitters racism. And it's Black owned, so please check out their website. For the person in your life that loves candles, Harlem Candle Company, they're doing a lot of great things in Harlem. Harlem Candle Company is a great, great option. It's owned by a Black woman named Terry, who also runs a travel blog called Travelista Terry. She initially started her candle company as a way to merge her two passions, travel and fragrance. So Harlem Candle Company has candles in both large and small sizes and a variety of scents that are inspired by her travels around the world. So they have really interesting different types of smells and really cool names like Jet Setter, which is really cool and fun. I like it a lot. I love candles. I'm always on the lookout for candles as well as incense for my house. For modern minimal home goods, I would definitely recommend the brands Vintage Vogue and Tactile Matter. Vintage Vogue is owned and operated by a Black artist named Charlotte, who originally started out in the world of architecture, but she quickly kind of switched to creating, beautiful home creation. She felt like architecture wasn't for her, but she used her architectural background to kind of launch this business. And her items are, they have a lot of clean lines. It's very minimal. You can really see her architectural influence. And she has tons of cute stuff like rain coasters, which come in a set of 4, and a matching wood tray, which would probably make a great gift for someone that loves, to like line their stuff up on a tray and like bring it over to the table. She also sells these really cool girl gang posters that are currently on sale, and you guys know I love a good sale. So Tactile Matter is a collection of stoneware ceramics. I've recommended them to people on the channel before in the comment section for people that are looking for cups and plates and things like that. Tactile Matter is ran by an artist named Kenesha Sneed, who runs her business out of Southern California, and her location has a huge influence over her work, which is inspired by the desert. So she has this really cool sunset mug cup, which you can tell was definitely inspired by like a desert sunset. She has a Kali handled geo mug, which has these like geometric lines and triangles, which again really give you that like kind of New Mexico, that type of feel. It's really, really interesting, cool stuff. You guys have also heard me sing the praises of Now Cadeau's hair and skin products before on this channel, but they also have a really great home goods section that I would encourage everyone to peruse on their own. They source work from local artisans in Ghana, and one of the things they have on their site that I absolutely love are these hand-carved masks. So if anyone wants to buy me something for the holidays, please buy me one of these. And just keep in mind that the picture that I just showed is only an example because no two masks are alike. So, last on my list is for the homebody that likes to have people over for game night, and that's Cards for All People, which is kind of the Black answer to Cards Against Humanity, which is a game where you ask questions and people have to give a silly answer, like more or less. A lot of the questions in Cards Against Humanity have to do with pop culture and history, and the creators of Cards for All People decided they wanted to make a version that specifically asked questions about Black pop culture and Black history. So it's been getting rave reviews. It's been featured in tons of publications. So if you love games, or if you know someone that loves games, if you host a game night, if you love card games, I would definitely give this one a try. So the next section is for the foodie in your life. For the foodie in your life, I would definitely recommend the full range of cookbooks by chef, educator, and activist Brian Terry. He's a champion of vegan soul, and he's released 3 books on African, Caribbean, and Southern soul food with a really unique vegan twist, and with an emphasis on combating obesity and poor eating habits, which is really something that plagues the Black community. So I definitely want to recommend that. I know a lot of my followers are vegan, and are interested in some vegan alternatives. So this is and veganism is by and large headed by white people. So Brian Terry is a great example of a Black vegan chef. If you want to check out some of his cookbooks, I've heard his stuff. Despite the fact that it's vegan, not that I'm saying that vegan is automatically nasty, but despite the fact that it's vegan, I've heard that it's really, really good. But if you are more of the carnivorous persuasion, try Khalees's cookbook. Khalees the singer, she has a cookbook out. It's called My Life on a Plate, and she's actually a trained chef, as is her mother, who ran a catering business out of their home in Harlem when Khalees was a child. So this cookbook really features a lot of mouth-watering dishes from her own upbringing in New York, as well as international dishes that she basically learned from traveling all over the world as a singer. Khalees also has her own line of spices and sauces called Bounty and Full. So please check out her Bounty and Full website if you want to test out some of her sauces. Of course, I have to recommend my current favorite Black-owned coffee, Masterpiece Coffee, which I featured on this channel before. I love their coffee. I love their fast shipping. I love everything about them. And other Black-owned foods you can give a try include ketchup, hot sauce alternative mutt sauce, which is owned by the Farrell family from Carthage, Tennessee. You can try Wine Company Love Corkscrew, which is owned by vintner and wine enthusiast Krishan Lampley. And of course, patty pies, because who hasn't heard of patty pies, which are now available at Walmart. And if you're looking for some great cook or serveware, please try B. Smith's line at Bed Bath & Beyond. B. Smith is known as the Black Martha Stewart, and she has a full range of plates, cups, bowls, spoons, trays, and other serveware on the Bed Bath & Beyond site, so it's really, really easy to find. So, moving on, Beauty Guru. If you know someone that loves makeup, look no further than Lisi Cosmetics. This is a Black-owned beauty brand that features a full range of makeup as well as beauty tools like brushes and eyelash curlers. I used this brand while I was in Detroit for a friend's wedding, as many of you know, and I really cannot recommend it highly enough. I never use makeup. I never wore makeup. I didn't own anything, no brushes, no nothing. Their stuff is extremely affordable. When I bought it, it was 50% off. I'm sure they're having a Black Friday sale. They're always constantly having sales. And they, like I said, they put an emphasis on drugstore prices, so it's really not that expensive. They have a wide variety of colors and palettes for women of color, and I just really can't recommend them highly enough. But if you want to try something that is vegan, organic, and all natural, I would also advise you to try out Black Minerals. Black Minerals is a natural makeup line that's owned by a woman named Merced St. Boyce. And basically, she felt like there was a void with natural makeup for women of color, so she created Black Minerals, which is filler-free. Like I said, it's vegan, it's organic. It's kind of like Bare Minerals, but it's Black Minerals. It's for Black people. So please be sure to try that out. There's also tons of nail polish companies out there if you enjoy doing your nails. Obviously, I don't. I hate the feeling of nail polish on my fingernails, which I know is weird, but whatever. If you like nail polish, try out Ginger and Liz, which is a cruelty-free vegan nail polish line owned by 2 best friends named Ginger Johnson and Liz Pickett. Or you could try out Mishko, I believe it's pronounced Mishko Beauty, which is a more upscale line. Ginger and Liz is kind of like, again, like a drugstore brand. Mishko Beauty is more like, you know, if you like luxury, like nail lacquer, whatever, try Mishko. It's a toxin-free nail polish line created by Kitya Mishko King, who is a woman that loved getting her nails done, loved getting manicures, but she wanted to find a toxin-free nail polish to use on her nails when she was pregnant with her son. So unfortunately, she couldn't find one. So she has a degree in chemistry. She made one herself. So please check out Ginger and Liz and Mishko Beauty. They also both make tools like nail files, nail polish remover. So you can definitely put together a fun gift set for the person in your life that, you know, loves nails and loves getting manicures and pedicures. And Mishko also offers gift cards. So if you're not sure of what someone might like, you can also get them a gift card. And my personal favorite skincare brands right now include Nowcato, which I mentioned earlier in this video, Skinfolk, which I have reviewed on this channel before, and Brown Butter Beauty. I've reviewed all of these on my channel before, and Brown Butter Beauty is also currently having a sale where all items are 25% off with the code Black Friday. So definitely check them out. I have also been sent some products to try from a company called Amber Lilies, which is on Etsy. It's a skincare line on Etsy. Unfortunately, they did not arrive in time for me to review them in this video, but the owner of the shop very graciously supplied me with a code for you guys to use if you want to try those products as well. And the code is Sensei15. Of course, it will be in the description box for 15% off of all products in the Amber Lilies store. And it is good until December 31st. And there will be a Black Friday video coming in December on Amber Lilies. Every Friday in December, I'm going to do a Black Friday video. So instead of one, there's going to be 4 Black Friday videos in December. So keep your eyes peeled for those. Moving on to the fashionista. I love clothes. Like, I'm not going to deny, I love clothes. And if you love clothes like I love clothes, then you definitely need to check out some of these Black-owned brands. There's lots of Black-owned brands for clothes out there. T-shirts are probably the most common t-shirt lines, and some of the t-shirts that I love are this Here to Slay top by Naturalista, this Happy is the New Rich tee by Gifted Apparel NYC, and this Perfect is Boring tank top by Orchid and Spice. I love all these brands. I love all these shirts. Her Favorite LA, which is owned by LA native Sharamon Hunter, a Black woman who lives in South Central LA. She started this really super cute sporty brand for the woman in your life that loves being on trend. So if you know someone that has to have like all the on trend up to date shit, like please check out Her Favorite LA. So moving on to shoes. I know that it can be extremely difficult finding shoes from Black-owned companies, but they do exist. They exist. One of my favorite Black-owned shoe brands right now is Soul Rebels, and it utilizes Ethiopian artisans for their handcrafted shoes. They sell a variety of styles from sneakers to sandals, and in addition to being a fair trade footwear company, they also utilize vegan and recycled materials like car tires to make their soles. So they're really, really good for the environment. I absolutely love, love, love their styles. Like, I am dying to get my hands on these chukka boots that they have. They have two. They have a suede option and like a leather and suede option, and I want them both. Like, I love them so much. And Soul Rebels is also running a Black Friday sale wherein every item is 30% off with the code Black Friday. A lot of these stores and companies are running Black Friday sales, so again, even if you don't see a specific item that you like in my list, please be sure to check out the website yourself. So moving on, if sneakers are more of your thing, please check out Gnostic Jungle, which makes a variety of high top kicks in various prints and patterns. This company is based out of London, and every shoe is named after a various neighborhood, like Kingston or Camden, which is really kind of unique and interesting. You know, it kind of sets this line apart. I'm not a huge pattern person, but I absolutely love their Bromley mids. I've had them open in a tab on my phone for months, and I'll probably ask for a pair from my husband or my mom or somebody, or buy a pair myself because I really, really like them. I like sneakers, but I sold all my sneakers like a long time ago because I started having, again, like an existential crisis about supporting certain companies. So if you do like sneakers, please check out Gnostic Jungle. If you're looking for a nice pair of winter boots, I really, really like the Nagash Haru boot, which is reminiscent of a Timberland, and it comes in both men's and women's sizes. So the Nagash company is founded by a man named Rockin' Nagash, so he obviously named the company after himself. It's a Black-owned footwear brand based out of Detroit, because they're doing big things in Detroit. And they name all of their shoe models after Egyptian pharaohs, gods, and goddesses. So again, you have these people that are like naming these shoes in these really interesting and unique ways, and they're doing some really cool things. And the boots are waterproof. You can wear them in the snow. You can wear them in the rain. Again, they're comparable to a Timberland boot. They're also comparable to a Timberland boot in price. So keep that in the back of your mind while you're looking through their website. But I think they are having a sale right now on boots as well. I don't think they have a code. I just think the stuff is on sale. So last but not least, I know that summer can seem like it's light years away right now, but I absolutely adore these minimal sandals from Nigerian brand Zashidu. I hope I'm saying that right. It's owned by a woman named Zainab Ashadu, so obviously she named it after herself. And she's a fashion stylist with a background in architecture. So Zashidu creates luxury leather goods in Lagos, Nigeria. So in addition to shoes, they have clothes, they have handbags, they have all kinds of good stuff. So please check out their website. So moving on to bags for the fashionista. Now, remember I told you this is like the most expensive part of our program, shoes and bags. So again, please don't think I'm telling you you need to spend a whole bunch of money on shoes and bags. These are just ideas. I don't want anybody going broke over these capitalist-ass holidays. These are just ideas, springboards, starting points, okay? I really want to make that clear. So, moving on to bags. I love the Maxine bag by a company called Alma Rose. I love this bag. It's green. It's my favorite color. I want this bag for myself, but it is so pricey. It is $189, and I cannot bring myself to buy it. I've literally been stalking this bag for like the last 6 months, but I just like can't bring myself to buy it because it's so expensive. Like I had to include it because I've been stalking it, but I haven't bought it. Again, I'm not telling you you have to buy it, but I just think it's a gorgeous bag, so I had to include it. But for more affordable options, I would definitely give Tree Fairfax a try. Tree Fairfax is an Etsy brand that specializes in handcrafted real leather goods handmade in Virginia. And there are bags for a variety of prices on their page. I actually ordered a bag from my mom, like a big leather bag, for $40, which is really reasonable for handmade leather. And they're also currently having a sale where all bags are 15% off with the code November15. So head on over there and check out their selection if you have someone in your life that loves bags. And although this doesn't really count as fashionista, I also have to mention Third Galaxy Arts, which is a Black-owned jewelry company with a huge variety of pieces. They specialize in raw quartz and other semi-precious stones, and they also use a lot of copper. They talk a lot about, the different types of energy, and it's just, I really like their brands, and I follow them on Instagram also, and they are constantly updating with new items, like these spectacular raw amethyst cluster earrings. So please check out their site, and if you have Instagram, follow them on Instagram because they are constantly updating on Instagram with what they have. So check them out as well. Next up is the bookworm. The bookworm. Who doesn't love a bookworm? I'm a self-proclaimed bookworm. I love to read. I love to write. I love libraries. I love bookstores. And so I know firsthand how challenging it can be sometimes to find books that are written by and feature Black characters, especially in the speculative fiction genre, which is my favorite kind of book to read. So I am going to have an extended list in the description box of books, but here's a list of some of the books that are on my own reading list. Some I've read, some I haven't read, but definitely give these a look if you're trying to find something for the wordsmith in your life. First off, I recommend anything by Nnedi Okorafor. If Nnedi Okorafor wrote it, pick it up. Her work has received high critical praise and accolades for the way that they blend African-based science fiction, fantasy, and magical realism for both children and adults, and she has several books on Amazon. I would also recommend Women of the Woods by Milton J. Davis and Spooklights by Eden Royce. These are also books by and about Black people in the speculative fiction genre, so check those out. If you're not into speculative fiction that much, you can try out some of these other books from across various genres. Taking Flight is the autobiography of ballerina Michaela de Prince, who was an orphan and refugee from Sierra Leone who became an acclaimed ballerina. You can try Delicious Foods, which is a novel by James Hannaham about a widow separated from her young son. Or you could even try something like I Love My Hair, which is an adult coloring book. Adult coloring books are like all the rage right now because people have realized that coloring, the action of coloring and the repetitiveness can relieve stress. So like adult coloring books to relieve stress are like huge right now. And this one is an adult coloring book of pen and ink illustrations for Black women specifically. And of course, I have to recommend my own book. So about that, a year of essays on race and pop culture. So please check that out if you haven't checked it out. It is available on Amazon. It's available on Amazon Kindle, and it's also available on Gumroad for digital download. So I had to do that shameless plug. So moving on, we're getting through it. We're rocking and rolling. So moving on to the kids. This might be cheating, but I love giving books as gifts for kids. As I've talked about many times on this channel, representation is really important, and it can be extremely difficult to find representation for Black children in the world of children's literature. So some of the best gifts that you can give a child struggling to see themselves represented are books. And there are so many, so many, especially with the internet and with Amazon. There are literally so many books. There's Bass Reeve, Tales of the Talented Tenth, which tells the true story of an escaped slave in the Wild West who became the inspiration for the Lone Ranger, but you didn't know that. There's Big Hair Don't Care, which is a wonderfully illustrated children's guide to loving yourself. There's The Jumbies, which is a modern day twist on a Haitian folktale. That one's a little like on the creepy side for like the kids that like love scares. You have Cherries and Cherry Pits, which is a classic about a young girl who makes up her own stories. I had Cherries and Cherry Pits when I was a child. I had the full run of Vera Williams books. I had A Chair for My Mother, which my grandmother bought for me. Like, type Vera Williams into Amazon and just buy everything. There's The People Could Fly and Her Stories, which are collections of African American folk tales by Virginia Hamilton. And again, that's another one that kind of takes me back to my own childhood. I actually have Her Stories somewhere on my bookshelf. My bookshelf is a hot mess, and I'm not going to show it to you, but I have the book over there. I've had it, again, ever since I was a child. And I also recommend Mufaro's Beautiful Daughters, which is an African take on Cinderella. I also cannot recommend enough the entire collected works of Fred Crump Jr. My grandmother bought me all these books as a child. Basically what Fred Crump Jr. does is he retells classics like Sleeping Beauty, Little Mermaid, Thumbelina with Black characters. He illustrates them with Black characters. And that really has an impact, seeing yourself reflected in these classics, in these stories that everybody, constantly tells. And then you see yourself reflected. It's a really good feeling. So I definitely recommend all of those books. I would also recommend that you check out Tutu's Storybooks. I think it's just tutustorybooks.com. Of course, there'll be a link in the description box. But Tutu's Storybooks is a Black-owned online bookstore that also features, in addition to classics, more contemporary books for Black children, like I'm a Pretty Little Black Girl, which I love, and I Like Myself, which I love. Follow Tutu Storybooks on Instagram because they also do pop-up shops. They do surprise pop-up shops where they just set up somewhere with books and you can go, buy the book. So follow them on Instagram as well. I think it's shop Tutu Storybooks on Instagram. And you guys also know that I'm an advocate of at-home learning and supplemental learning and all that good stuff. So everyone should also check out these African American flashcards made by brand ABC Me. Basically, they were a mother was inspired to make the flashcards after studying history with her son and realizing, that Black people were not reflected anywhere. So she made these flashcards on African American history. I think it's like $13 for a set of 10. I'm probably gonna buy some of these flashcards now. I have this really kind of like weird idea. Oh, I think it's weird. I kind of want to start buying stuff for my future kids and like vacuum sealing it and keeping it in like a chest or something, because I'm like coming across a lot of good stuff and I don't want to wait and then like not be able to find it again. I know that sounds like so like out there, but I think I'm gonna start doing that. So I'm definitely gonna pick up these flashcards for myself. So moving on, if you're sick of playing fucking Kids Bop for your kids, I'm sick of fucking hearing them Kids Bop. They're on like Kids Bop 137. Please try the work of Ella Jenkins. She is a Black woman folk singer and artist who's been creating children's music for well over 5 decades. They actually call her the first lady of children's music, like before Raffi, before the Wiggles, before Basho and Friends. There was Ella Jenkins, right? Like, she's the GOAT. And she has call and response chants. She does West African tinged music. She does all types of stuff for kids. And, you know, it's really songs that, it's really music that you'll be able to listen to with your child. If you're looking for Black owned shops to pick out clothes for your little ones and big ones, try out Khan's Designs. I love their short, dark, and handsome tee. Try out Uni Beanie Baby, which I reviewed on this channel before. They have this really, really cool children's tunic that I love. Try out Louis B Boutique. Louis B Boutique is another one of those it's kind of like crew cuts. It's kind of like J. Crew, again, like Urban Outfitters, you know, cool hipster baby. So if you're into your baby looking like a hipster, but you want to support a Black-owned business, check out Louis B Boutique. And you can also check out B&U Clothing, which I only recently discovered, but I love it. It's full of on-trend designs for teens, like these Basquiat-inspired sweatshirts, these Biggie Smalls tees, or these awesome beanies and book bags. I actually want one of those book bags. I think I'm going to buy one for my husband, because my husband has this, like, old, beat-up Averex. I'm looking at it. Camo print backpack. Again, if you watch Beef Bake, you've seen it. So I'm thinking of getting him one of these B&U backpacks, because I really like them. So, last but not least, I love these multicultural dolls by Etsy shop IKD Kids. And if you have $85 to spend on a custom-made doll, you can also try out the Angelica doll by the brand Naturally Perfect. These are obviously meant to be comparable to, like, American Girl dolls, or, you know, the kind of more expensive, realistic dolls, but one for little Black girls, because it can be hard to find those kind of dolls for little Black girls, even though I think American Girl might actually make one now for little Black girls. I'm not quite sure yet, but you can definitely check that out if you have some cash to burn and you want to spend it on a doll. I don't like dolls. I don't like dolls. They creep me out. I never liked dolls. I always found them to be weird and creepy. I don't know if I will let my child have them, because they freak me out. They scare me. So I don't know. So our last category is for men. Men's products don't get too much love on most of the Black-owned lists that I see, which is a shame, because there are actually a lot of Black-owned men's companies out there. Solo Noir for Men has a full run of products, including a razor, shave cream, and organic 2-in-1 aftershave and toner. They have lots of cool stuff on their website. Solo Noir for Men actually has the most reasonable men's razor that I've seen, so I'll actually probably buy one for myself. Again, please don't think that these items are, like, strictly for men. Arome Oils is a lotion company that makes a spicy hand lotion for men, which, again, it can sometimes be hard to find scents. I've discussed this in other videos. It can, like, a lot of the times when you're buying products from Black-owned businesses, a lot of them come in, like, these fruity scents, or, you know, you can't get an unscented, or you can't get a more spicy scent. So if you're more into those kind of scents, it can be hard to find. So it's nice to find a product like a spicy, you know, lotion that's made by Arome Oils. There's also Lux Pour Homme. I'm probably mispronouncing that. Homme. It's French, I guess. Lux Pour Homme by G is an Etsy shop that creates organic and vegan men's grooming products in a variety of scents. Again, there's an activated charcoal face soap that I really like. They have a cedar saffron aftershave balm. They sell conditioning beard oil. They sell bay rum shaving cream. They sell tons of different things. And this store also sells cologne for men, and it's actually one of the few Black-owned shops that I've seen that sells men's cologne. So they have a variety of scents, and the owner also custom makes colognes if you request it. So please check that shop out on Etsy. And Lux Pour Homme by G is also currently running a Black Friday sale where all items are 15% off using the code Black Friday. I feel like any site that you go to that has a space for a code, you should just type Black Friday in and, like, see what happens and just see if you get money off, because it seems like that's, like, the common code. If you're shopping for someone who's more into clothes, try out Chris Cardi. I absolutely adore this brand. I will be posting a Black Friday video on Chris Cardi in December. They have some really fucking awesome customer service. I'm going to get more into that in the video, but just know that Chris Cardi is ran by some super good dudes, super cool dudes based out of DC, and they have kind of like this cool casual hip type of vibe, kind of like H&M type clothes. So if you want something, you know, cool and hip, check out Chris Cardi. If you want something that's a little bit more dapper, I would advise you to check out Michael Thomas, which is a Black-owned line of really interesting accessories like ties, tie clips, pocket squares, all that good stuff for someone that likes to get, you know, dressed up. So they have a lapel pin that I really, really love. It's a Big Apple, like New York. I think it's really, really beautiful. I don't really know how lapel pins work, but I think it's really nice. And it's only like 10 or 12 bucks. And they also have a line of silk denim pocket squares that are really, really, really pretty as well. My husband hardly ever dresses up, but I'm considering getting him one of these pocket squares. I don't know, though. I haven't decided. So, speaking of my husband also loves bracelets. And I have a really hard time finding them for him. So I was extremely happy to come across a few companies in my search that make more androgynous jewelry. Boy Beads is a company specializing in bracelets for men that is actually running a Black Friday sale right now on select items in their store, like this black leather and stainless steel bracelet. Sokos Beads specializes in Greek as well as non-Greek woodworked bracelets, and Johnny Lightning also offers handcrafted men's jewelry made with semi-precious gemstones and beads. So of course you know what that means. It's a little bit more on the higher side, but I still don't think that anything at Johnny Lightning, I don't think they have anything over $100 over there. So last but not least, you can never go wrong with a watch as a gift, and there are quite a few Black-owned watch companies out there. Aiko makes wood and rubber timepieces that are currently only available for pre-order, but I think if you pre-order it, I think you can like shoot them a note and you could possibly have it by Christmas time. I'm personally considering buying my husband an Inbois by Maxim watch, which is another Black-owned jewelry company. I'm not going to tell you guys which watch specifically in case he watches this video, but they have a very nice collection of wooden timepieces, like this bamboo watch, which is $55. Inbois also makes wooden anklets, bracelets, and necklaces in case you're interested in possibly buying a matching set. They sell an Ankh wooden anklet that I adore. I might buy that for myself, I don't know. As well as bracelet sets that come in doubles and trios. So that's it. That's all the categories. I know that was a lot. I know this video was very long. I tried to get through it as quickly as possible for you guys. Before I go, I want to direct you to some Black-owned paper companies where you can find great cards as well as gift wrap. First up is Etsy shop Love of Drawing, which I have reviewed on this channel before. This shop has a full range of really beautifully illustrated cards for the holiday season, and the owner also custom makes cards if you want something special. And the shop also has some really nice non-religious, non-holiday themed cards, like cards that are winter themed. They have cards that like sisters playing in the snow, ice skating, ice skate. I think it's really nice if you're not into that kind of thing, you know, if you're not religious, or again, if you're kind of going through an existential crisis. And for $25, you can get a full set of 7 different cards with envelopes included from Love of Drawing. So definitely check out that Etsy shop if you're looking for holiday cards, Christmas cards, winter cards, or check out Christian H. Howell, which I've reviewed before on this channel. Christian H. Howell has wrap in a variety of patterns, and I loved the wrapping paper. It was really nice quality wrapping paper. I think it's like $5 a roll or something like that. So please check them out as well. So we've reached the end. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Click in the description box for links. This might be too many links to put in the description box, so I will also be putting a master post on Tumblr. I'll probably be including a link to that. For more Black-owned gift guides, I've seen 2 other ones that I really, really liked, so there will be links to those in the description box. And again, I will be doing Black Friday videos every Friday in December, so look forward to that. And I also think I'm going to do some other fun videos, so keep your eyes peeled for what we're going to be doing in December, because there's going to be lots of fun stuff. So support Black-owned businesses, support Black everything, cooperative economics. Like, there's so many Black-owned businesses. Get an Instagram account, follow everyone, and have a nice day, winter season, holiday season, whatever you celebrate or whatever you feel comfortable with. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and see you next time. Peace.